Hey guys, it's me, Carly, coming at you with another video, and I want to talk about just superheroes in general. I'm going to talk about Marvel, or Black Panther's Marvel specifically, because I am really excited to see that. Black Lightning and anything pertaining to the CW DC superhero verse. Okay, so I cannot tell you how excited I am for Black Panther. Oh my gosh, I am like so ecstatic. Like, we have dark-skinned women being casted for the roles, and they're not like girls who look like me, because not that I'm not grateful for having girls who look like me in the media, which is light-skinned and racially ambiguous, but we have dark-skinned girls in Black Panther. They're wearing their hair natural. They're freaking gorgeous. Their skin glows. And they're wearing like ethnic hairstyles. It is awesome. And of course, because it takes place in Africa, that it would make sense for them to cast dark-skinned women, which also makes me so happy. And I'm wearing my hair natural, can't you tell? Because I brushed out this braid out, and I added this headband to make it look cute. So I'm really excited for that. Oh, and a happy Black History Month. And I was going to upload a video in January, but I needed to like get my thoughts together. And even then I'm still kind of rambly like I am doing now. So if I'm rambly, I apologize. Please bear with me. And thanks to my fellow subscribers who've been watching me. Yeah, so I'm excited for Black Panther. I'm going to give you my thoughts on Black Lightning, because again, in honor of Black History Month. Black Lightning is a pretty good show so far. I just made a post on Tumblr how much I love it, because it's, well, it's the first black superhero show on television, and it's not, I like how it's not a millennial hero. I mean, there will be millennial heroes like Thunder and Lightning, but I like how it's an older man in his early 50s fighting crime. And his wife is concerned, and, well, ex-wife, that they plan on getting back together. But I'll just refer to her as his wife, because they do plan on getting back together. Okay, now a lot of people are hating on Lynn Pierce for, like, not liking the fact that he's being Black Lightning. But you do have to think about, I mean, that is, like, the love of her life. He was in the bathtub bleeding, and they have a family together, which is totally understandable. I can totally understand her concern, because she doesn't want him getting killed doing this, and being a superhero, they make it look like a glorious job. It's not that glorious. I mean, you're fighting, you're possibly dropping bodies, you're finding dead bodies. Yeah. I like how it deals with black issues, and I'm glad there is, like, black writers actually writing for this show, because I think it was Candace who said it best, that if there's black writers, there's, sorry, this is not mirrored, and I don't know how to turn on my mirror image. Yeah, but as Candace Patton said it best, if you're going to do a show on black people, or Asian or Mexican, then there needs to be the same race. Like, Asian people should write for Asian people, like, not all, but like Indian culture should be writing for Indians, and then whites write for whites, and then like black people write for black people. Like, I'm not trying to say that you can't write good characters, but it would just be more nuanced if they came from black writers, or like gay people should write for gay people to actually get that experience. I mean, it would be much more respectable if they did that, but it's not always, and people don't always do that. But I am really enjoying Black Lightning because they've touched on human trafficking, they have touched on police brutality, they've just touched on a lot of issues, and drugs, but they're doing it in a superhero fashion. I like how Anissa's being a lesbian doesn't, like, go define her. She's just Anissa who happens to like girls, and she's one total badass. And if you call her a bitch, it would be interesting to learn why bitch is such a trigger word, because if you call Anissa a bitch, she's gonna come for you. She's gonna come after you. So Anissa's pretty awesome. I'm liking her. Oh, and I also like the fact that China Anne McClain's in it, because I'm kind of glad she's breaking away from Disney, because I think she's an amazing actress. And she actually has her own YouTube channel, China Anne McClain does, for those of you who don't know. It's called Lauren in China, and she does it with her sister Lauren. And it's pretty awesome. And I just really like the McClain sisters, so yeah. Lauren in China, and then there's Sierra. But Sierra's the oldest. And she's on Empire, by the way. So, yeah, I'm really liking Black Lightning. I could probably just ramble. Although my few, and these are just minor complaints. First off, are we gonna have to wait all season for the girls to find out that he's Black Lightning? And when is Jennifer gonna get her powers? I hope that that's coming up in the next episode. We already know Anissa has powers because she's thunder. I mean, the girls both have thunder and lightning. But we're not going to get, like, are we gonna have to wait all season long just for the girls to find out? Because it was really annoying when The Flash did it with Iris. And, yeah. So please just, and don't bring up these, I wanted to protect you. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. Oh, and I also like how there's black on black relationships. And I really like Khalil, who's Jennifer's boyfriend. He is fine. Although they kind of pulled a Jimmy with him. The Degrassi reference, for those of you who watch Degrassi, you'll know what I'm talking about, hopefully. So I really like him. I hope Grace and Anissa work out, because they're already cute together. And yeah, so I enjoy Black Lightning, because it's awesome. Excited for Black Panther. Now, for the other shows in the Flareoverse, I want to talk about Black Siren and her possible redemption arc, because Katie Cassidy said that redemption arc is coming. Now, for some people, there's been debate on whether or not she deserves a redemption arc. I personally think she does, but some arguments I heard, it's like, oh yeah, she enjoys killing people. Okay, yeah, but Oliver, who is supposed to be a hero, he had a murder list. I mean, he had a kill list, and no one said anything. Then there's the fact that he promised Tommy that he wouldn't kill anymore, but he's gone back on his no-kill rule. He's really not equipped to talk about morals when he has a son, because he cheated on Laurel 1. That rhymed, ha. And he's just rude overall. I mean, Olicity, the crappiest wedding guest I've ever seen. And then they piggyback off of West Allen's wedding to get married. What is that about? And then let's see. Yeah. He piggybacks off West Allen's wedding, which is this, like, he has the rudest relationships, and we get it. The Oliver Queen likes blonde women. I mean, Earth X Oliver was married to Kara, who was blonde. She really likes nerd girls, doesn't he? And then Smallville Oliver got with Chloe, who, by the way, Smallville Oliver, Justin Hartley's Oliver, much more likable than Stephen Amell's Oliver. Because Stephen Amell's Oliver is super ableist, and he's hypocritical, and he abandoned his sister after he found her left for dead, and yeah, and then he had to go and date Sarah again, and then Sarah and Oliver, which I've already talked about, have rubbed their relationship in Laurel's face, and then he has the right to turn around and take the moral high ground, which he's just, I don't like this version of Oliver. And he's the crappiest leader I've ever seen because he can't keep his team together. He's hypocritical as crap. And then Tina, who I really don't care that her boyfriend died in front of her, because I don't care about that character, because she exists at the expense of Laurel, which I wish she'd go away. I wish all the new team members would go away and just have Black Siren get a redemption arc, because she was this close to having a redemption in season 5, episode 10, but didn't, because Felicity had to undermine Oliver, which Felicity is just terrible. And I only watch the Arrow scenes for Black Siren and Quentin scenes, even though I have a love-hate relationship with Quentin. But I hope that Quentin saves her life, because Laurel, this Black Siren is very loyal to people who save her, or like who get her out of situations. So if Quentin saves her, I hope that starts her path to redemption. Now, I'm not saying that she can just automatically have a redemption. She does need to atone for her crimes. But yeah, Black Siren, I hope she meets Sarah. And then for some reason, I don't see Black Siren liking Sarah, because Black Siren seems less forgiving. And I just, every time I look at Tina or Sarah, I cringe, and they kind of make me angry, because they exist at the expense of Laurel, and they also exist just to like shit on Laurel's legacy, in my personal opinion. Because Sarah, can someone name one nice thing Sarah's actually done for her sister? Because she hasn't done anything nice for her sister. Oh, the other thing is, yeah, Black Siren needs a redemption arc. And, William needs to go away. Because Olicity, they're just such a nuisance of a couple. I mean, Laurel was killed off for Olicity, and if she wasn't, why would her last words be, "I'm glad you found Felicity. You're the love of my life, but I know I'm not yours. But I'm really glad you found Felicity." Like, girl, he cheated on you multiple times, and he has a baby, and he not impregnated. Well, he did impregnate another woman, and he snuck off with your sister, and you told him you wished she was dead. Okay, well, I won't hold that against her, because she died betraying him. Or, he died betraying her, excuse me. Mumble of words. The other thing is, I wish... Oh, and then they had to put William in danger over and over again and have to kidnap him. That's why him and Samantha were sent away to go into hiding. And the fact that William's just so well adjusting to Felicity, because everyone just has to like Felicity. And I kind of miss Moira, who absolutely did not like Felicity at all. How is, like, William going to be adjusting to Felicity? because he wasn't invited to the wedding after they so rudely hijacked West Island's wedding. He wasn't, he was just not, he's just a plot device. And I don't even hate him for existing, even though he also exists at the expense of another male of color, which is Connor Hawk. And Samantha exists at for another woman of color. Like, Arrow whitewashes the crap out of their characters, and they don't even seem to be care to do them correctly. So, yeah, Arrow needs to die, or Oliver Queen needs to get punched in the face by Black Siren at least one time. And I hope it's on behalf of her doppelganger, but still. William's, yeah, as I said, William. Oh, and Samantha died just so Felicity could play house with William. That's why she died. There was no significant reason for her to die. There was no significant reason for her to be kidnapped or be on the island. It was just all a ploy so Oliver and Felicity could play house with William. And William isn't like, he grew up with his mother his whole life, and now suddenly he's taken away from her. Like, that's the parent he knew that raised him to be a good man. Oliver can't even stay with his sister that he found left for dead in her apartment, and he's equipped to take care of a child. Oliver's a freaking murderer who kills people and has gone back on his no-killing rule. So Arrow kind of sucks in that regard. And I wish that Caden James, his tone of voice grates at me, honestly. So he can go away too. And Black Siren can be the big bad. Tina can go away, Renee can go away, and Curtis can go away. They can all just, they can go away. Oh, and now for my rant on The Flash. You know, people bash Iris because, well, okay, I've already brought it up. It's like, Iris is so useless, she's not a good leader. Caitlin would be better equipped, Cisco or Barry. Okay, first off, Joe, or they say Joe would be a better leader as long as she's there, as long as it's not a black woman leading the team. Okay, first off, Joe said to Kadabra that I'm a cop and I'm a father. Guess which one comes first? Meaning fathers come first, so he'd be too emotionally invested in if anything happened to Iris or Barry because, well, duh. Cisco, he's great, but he's also too emotionally invested in not having Team Flash. They need to get out of Star Labs. The Flash team, they need to get out of Star Labs. They need to go away from it because it's done nothing. Barry, I find for some reason when there's no one whispering in his ear, Barry actually functions better by himself. Like the way he got out of that prison, he functions better by himself. Or with Iris, of course, because Iris is always on his mind. And they're married, so take that, Snowberry shippers. So, okay, that's like immature of me, but I don't care. Let's see. Ralph Dibny can go away too because he's just really annoying. He can go away. And I wish Wally wasn't going to Legends because I really want Caitlin to go there. Like, if you're going to send anyone away to Legends, please just send Caitlin there. Or just, like, kill her character off because she has Caitlin actually done anything to atone for her crimes? It's like, oh, I worked with Savitar, a bad guy, and I have apologized to all the males, but I haven't apologized to any of the females I hurt. She tried to have Iris killed. Even Danielle Panabaker's confused. She kidnapped Cecile. And now apparently it's triggered by her getting angry, which they've totally retconned her character because Caitlin Snow is honestly one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen on television. She has done nothing to atone for her crimes. She's like, well, if you've done anything worse than kidnap or stab them, then you're good. Okay, Caitlin, not only have you kidnapped people, you've stabbed them, you almost killed Cisco. Like, she literally almost killed Cisco. And the only reason, oh, and Tracy, but the only reason you didn't kill them is because someone blocked your icicle at the last minute. You are an accomplice. You know, you're an accessory to murder for HR. And you were so frickin' desperate to keep Caitlin Snow in charge of Killer Frost, which, by the way, they're the same person. Duh. I don't know why they're not addressing this. So, instead of asking your friends to help you, which they've offered several times to help you, you run away for 6 months from your mistakes, and you go and work for a human trafficker who kidnaps and sells metahumans for profit. Like, you're literally working for a human trafficker, and you agreed to have Killer Frost as muscle. And guys, no, she did not make this deal as Killer Frost. She made it as Caitlin Snow. So to me, this whole I don't remember or I am not in charge of what Killer Frost does. Caitlin Snow is absolutely 100% responsible for Killer Frost. Okay? And her actions. Because she made that deal with Amunet as Caitlin Snow. And I don't know why, like, what makes her character likable anymore. Like, her character is not likable to me anymore. Her character has become a nuisance. She continually puts the team in danger, and she literally is one of the dumbest characters. Sorry if I'm playing with my hair too much. She's one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen on television. I swear. She's so stupid. And why is it that she has to be triggered when she's scared or angry as Killer Frost? Because we saw in season 3 that she turned right back into Caitlin Snow in her Killer Frost persona. Like, and when she kidnapped Julian and stabbed Barry and threatened a family, broke into someone's house and threatened a random guy, she did these things, like, with Killer Frost's mind, but she did them as Caitlin Snow because the objective was to try and get rid of her powers. And yet, people still bash Iris, which we all know why. But Iris is willing to put herself out there. She's willing to go save Cisco and Ralph. She's willing to break up a metahuman fight despite the fact she doesn't have any powers, but she is pretty damn good with a gun. But Caitlin, who actually has powers, Cisco, who has powers, they're being shoved aside for Ralph. And I wish Wally would come back, because if you wanted a speedster that badly, just bring Wally West and have him fill in for Barry for the time being. Bring Wally West back. Oh, and the fact that he isn't even going to celebrate the fact that he is a little sibling coming along the way annoys me. He didn't get to be at Barry's bachelorette party, which is also annoying, because they were going to be brothers-in-laws. And it gets all replaced with stupid, misogynistic Ralph Dibny. And I'm just so sick of that character. Like, Caitlin Snow, please. Oh, and Ralph Dibny, go away. Please, just go away, because Caitlyn, unless she has atoned for her crimes, I won't like her character. She hasn't apologized to Iris. I still don't like her character. And she has to be begged to use her powers and coerced into using them instead of just automatically using them. So, yeah, she can go away. Please go away. Please go away. Alright, sorry for that rant. But as for this video, it's almost a half hour long. Sorry if it's long. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and you may put requests in the comment section down below. And I hope everyone has a good New Year, and happy Black History Month. Have a good one.